Florida winter tour, stop number 5. A whole bunch of relaxing, just celebrating being alive. Let's go check it out. Hey gang, welcome back. So, Fort Myers. This is going to be kind of a short video. I'll get to that in a minute. First off, I want to start off with a little bit of a tip. Our drive to Fort Myers. So, as you saw from our last video, we came from the Tampa area, headed down toward Fort Myers. Now, like a lot of you probably do, a day or two before we left, I kind of went in, started checking the route, making sure we weren't going to come across anything new, any road closures. That's a good time to start looking into finding out if there's going to be any tolls, so those don't catch you off guard, things like that. Well, what I found was, hey, there is a toll we're going to have to pay. Well, it turned out that toll was because we were going to have to cross a bridge. Turns out the bridge we were going to have to cross was the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Yeah, this is not your average everyday bridge. If you're not familiar with this bridge, like I was not, so I decided to go do some research. Cool, let's go see this. There was the first mistake. Don't do that. What I came across was this picture. Yeah, this is a serious bridge, y'all. That is a full-size luxury cruise ship. So now I'm in my head. I'm all up in my head. I start thinking about my height profile on my vehicle, what the crosswinds are going to be like when you're up that high. I'm immediately picturing these narrow little lanes on this bridge. Yeah, don't do that. You would think I would have learned my lesson. I did the same thing when we had to go across the Tillman Bridge. We went from Arizona to Nevada. If you're not familiar with that bridge, that's the bridge that goes across the basically Grand Canyon in all rights and looks way down on the Grand Canyon. It's probably close to twice as high off the canyon floor as the Hoover Dam. So yeah, now, just like with that one, what I discovered with this Skyway Bridge, Sunshine Skyway Bridge, once you're actually on the bridge, you don't even know you're on a bridge. Now, with the Skyway Bridge, yes, if you took the time to look all around, you would notice that you're surrounded by pretty much nothing but water. If you took the time to kind of find something on the horizon or whatever, you'd get an idea of how high you were. Thing is, if you drive a Class A, if you've ever driven a Class A vehicle, with that 6, maybe 8 inches of play on either side before you're out of your lane and all that, yeah, you don't have the ability to be looking all around and trying to find something on the horizon to get a good. Yeah, what you see are the few cars right around you, concrete, and stripes, because you're focusing the whole time. So, this bridge, once we were there, turned out to be just like I was driving on a perfectly flat highway in the middle of the desert. So the point being, don't get up in your head. I had a probably 30-plus year seasoned semi-driver many years ago tell me something. So don't ever drive nervous or scared. In most cases, it can make you more dangerous than if you were driving drunk. That has stuck with me to this day, and I fully believe it. So anyway, don't do like I did. Don't go out and end up getting all up in your own head, because you could take what is not a situation at all and turn it into a bad one. So anyway, Fort Myers. We're going to jump ahead. So we're doing a little bit of unorthodox filming today, because I don't know if you can hear or not, but it's pouring pretty hard. It's a pretty yucky day out there, but you know, you got to have those now and then. They're not all sunshine. I believe the old song lyric went, if we want to see a rainbow, we've got to stand a little rain. So today's just one of those days. But anyway, this is going to be kind of a short video, like I said, and I want to preface this with, I don't want this to in any way to reflect on our thoughts or opinions of the Fort Myers, Florida area. It just ended up being what it was. There's, I'm sure, and I know, lots of things to see and do in the Fort Myers and surrounding areas. Lots of places to go, things to visit. We just didn't really do any. If you saw our last video, we came from Tampa. We were there with some friends. We ended up spending a lot of time catching up and hanging out with them, often until the wee hours of the morning. That's, as you saw, where we flew the kids in, and so we were hanging out with them. We spent a whole week trying to, let's just say, keep up with people that were half our age. There was, you know, lots of walking all over huge malls, and there was just staying up late at night, and there was maybe a little more than our fair share of adult beverages. And then there was New Year's Eve, and there was dancing, and there was partying, and all. Yeah, Fort Myers for us ended up just being our recovery zone. So again, it wasn't that we didn't want to go out and do all of these things. Matter of fact, there were a lot of times when we thought, hey, we could go visit or see whatever, or we could just stay right here where we're already comfortable and see what this next movie is that's coming on. Yeah, the latter ended up being the case mostly. So again, it's nothing on the area. I know there's some people that really love it, some people that don't care for it. We just didn't really get a chance to see a lot of it because, well, we're old and we recovered. So there's that. But what I do know, I am willing to tell you about and share about, just in case it might help you. So let's jump in. Okay, for our stay in Fort Myers, we chose the Woodsmoke Family Resort, camping resort. Nice place. All the people we dealt with and the staff, super friendly and helpful. Anybody that we talked to around us, we're all super nice people. It's a campground, so it's not a dispersed camping out in the wide open. This was, you could tell this was one of those places where there was the original section, and then they had at some point added on a newer section. You just typically can kind of tell when that is the case. We stayed in the older section, which meant we were on a gravel with a little pad type setup. These spots were quite tight, not horrible. I've experienced worse, but they were pretty tight. So if that's something that bothers you, back in the back where we were, there's also scattered amongst all of the RV spots, a place where they have like modular home, permanent type homes also in that area. I know some people have a problem with that. We had not ever experienced this before until we were in California, down close to Joshua Tree. We were in a place that was similar. I wasn't exactly sure how I felt about that at first, but then I started realizing this place is nice enough that people want to make it their permanent home. Well, it must be pretty nice. So, you know, again, make your own judgment there. The park is laid out really nice. They have lots of amenities. They have a really nice pool that we did go take advantage of. It was nice and warm, and you know, who doesn't love going for a swim in January? They had a nice big hot tub that we also really enjoyed. There's shuffleboard. There's a really nice little covered community area where they were holding, lots of events and little gatherings almost every day. Because of the fact we were in the back, we were mere steps from our rig to one of the several, I think 3, nice large fishing lakes that, because they're on private property, you don't even need a license, so that did not break my heart. You'll see I had a little bit of luck even throwing my lure out there, even though I usually was standing right next to the big sign recommending that I don't feed the alligators. I managed to go over several times and come back and brought back all of my parts, so no alligator food here. But park was really nice. They received some Amazon deliveries for us, no problems. Super friendly. Laundry facilities were nice. I did use those. But yeah, I would give it a thumbs up if you're in the area. So, as has become our thing, we did venture out one night to check out the local fair, find some place to get some local food. What we found right down the street from the entrance to the camping resort was what we have started finding are in a lot of touristy areas, the very old, all stainless steel little 50s looking diner. We have found we really like them. We've had good luck, had good food, and they're touristy, yeah, but I like them. We like that kind of thing. The memorabilia, the look of it, the 50s music playing. I was raised listening to that kind of music, and I still really like it now. So we enjoy that kind of thing. So right down the road, we found the 41 Diner, which makes sense. It's right on Highway 41 in Fort Myers. So we went down there and we walked in the door, and all of a sudden I actually stopped and turned around because I thought I might have gone in the wrong entrance. Was not at all the old 50s diner kind of thing. What we found was a very nice sit-down restaurant. It's just sort of a shock. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't what we were expecting from the outside. But first thing, as soon as you walk in the door, you're hit with the sight of this huge glass lighted display case of all these fresh cakes and pies and brownies and cobblers and pastries, and just, oh my gosh, it was, oh. So yeah, I'm sure you've all seen that scene in a TV show or a movie when a person just finally snaps and it's the middle of the night and they're sitting on the floor in their kitchen barely dressed and the refrigerator door's hanging open and they're just fistfuls of stuff they're just shoving in their mouth, and it's all, yeah, had I been able to get around to the back side of this display case where the door was, that would have been me. But yeah, so food was incredible. The staff, impeccable. Their menu had to have been the most inclusive, covered everything you can think of, like 6 to 8 pages of everything from your Americana food, cheeseburgers and steak and fried chicken, to Italian food and seafood, an entire full breakfast menu that they serve 24 hours a day, which, if you're one of those people that like dinner that's breakfast food for dinner, what we call Brenner, you're my people. I love me some bacon and eggs and fried potatoes and French toast and pancakes and biscuits and gravy and grits and all that good stuff, but I hate to get up early in the morning, so it works. Yeah, definitely highly recommend you check the place out. Don't be fooled from the outside. It's not what you think it's going to be on the inside, but that's okay. I do recommend, if you're one of those people that struggle with making a choice of what to eat, you might want to get there about an hour early to peruse the menu, because it is massive. So 41.9er, go check it out. So our only other time we really got out and did much exploring was toward the end, as we started to realize that we were reaching the end of our time we were going to be spending in Florida on this particular winter tour, on the western Gulf side. And you know, you just can't beat a Florida Gulf side sunset. You know, sunsets on the ocean side are nice, but they don't compare. So we took off and we did a little driving, just, you know, kind of check out the area. You know, our winter tour has already shown us nothing else. We are Florida people. We love the palm trees and the blue skies. So we got out and enjoyed some of that, and we drove over to actual Fort Myers Beach to check out another Gulf sunset before we headed over to the other side. And it did not disappoint. It was absolutely beautiful. It was very nice to get to see the beach full of people and families all having a good time. We're still dealing with all of the COVID stuff, so, you know, everybody was staying distant from everyone, but it was good to see people out and enjoying themselves and being able to spend time out, not in the house. So that just kind of made it even better. So I will send you off now to our last Gulf side sunset of the Florida winter tour. Appreciate you sticking with us. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. If you like some of these videos, hit that little bell. That way you don't miss it when we put a new video out. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace out. Keep on flying.